And here we go, our last game of the day, starting off hot with a crit shot from Tri-County. And we've got some playoff implications in this game. If Tri-County comes home with the victory, they will secure first place in Group B. If they tie, they will have to go through a bunch of tiebreakers with Dieppe. And a loss would still grant them access. And Tracadie 0-2, so unfortunately they have no way to continue. But here we go, a quick stretch pass, tried to send them up for Cool. Accidentally stepped all the way down the ice. That'll be icing against Tracadie. And between the pipes tonight for Tracadie, not much choice there. They still go with Sam Cormier. And for Tri-County, they've iced number 30 once more, Tommy Carter. Here's Davenport stepping into the draw. That one against Leclerc. There's a shot, blocked away by Cormier out in the net. Fournier going behind the net. Brideau trucks it away from Murphy. Caught at the blue line and kept in by Timms. There's a pass out. Leclerc had a one-on-one, but had just lost possession of the puck. He was going against Dempsey. Chopped back in by Fournier. Puck's to go behind the net. That one taken by Dempsey. Tried to make a pass over for Underwood. Underwood skating through center. Laying a nice pass off it. Tried to see Murphy. Tri-County in the offensive zone. A man falls down. And that's going to delay a call. So Tracadie will see themselves shorthanded for the first time this game coming up in the first period. It's an empty net as of right now for Tri-County. They pulled their goalie and will be touched up by Boldage. And our first power play of the game will be going to Tri-County. It's going to be a trip down in the corner. An unfortunate play where the stick just gets caught under the skates of a man. Obviously no intent to do so. The Tri-County now start their play off. Ogden trying to throw that one out in front. Had tried to see Vahi at the blue line. Almost to hit a 10th. Tracadie goes back the other way with it though. Ouellette stepping in with a shot. Glove down by Carter, who released it to continue the play. Here's Vahi going up the right side. Getting past Boudreau. Vahi leaving off. Ogden with a shot. That one's gloved down by Sam Cormier. Here, Tracadie wins the draw. They quickly cleared out. This one goes just by Paulin. Alexis Paulin skating back, looking, and he goes off the wall. Had tried to get one over for Ogden. Back for it. Vahi accidentally overskates it back for Paulin. Chips it up. He's going to go get himself his own pass. Paulin waiting, winding in, trying to get around Brideau in the corner. Gets hit up, so it now goes around to the other side. Ouellette going to make the safe play, and he fires it all the way down the ice. Here's Jean skating for it against Ogden. William Jean behind the net, waiting, looking to try to get that in front, defended by Sweet. Up to the blue line he'll go. Boldage waits and fires, and that one's blocked and held away by Sweet. He tries to make a stretch pass that is turned away by Boldage. Vahi still enters the zone, tries to work his way in, poked away by Jean. William Jean getting back in his own end. They are still shorthanded, so Smart heads up play, killing more time. He sends a stretch pass to Ouellette. A perfect saucer pass, moving by Everett. Still with it, it's taken by Tri-County. Underwood going with speed the other way. One-on-one now with Boldage. Underwood with a flip, a shot turned away by Sam Cormier. Everett being pinned up against Ouellette. Trying to move his way to the blue line, giving it to Underwood. Underwood trying to make a pass, looked like to Everett. Eventually got it off of the misplay. Wind up blast from the blue line. A tip that had just gone wide. There's a hit from Bulldodge, wrapping around the net. Underwood with a shot. Save the rebound, still loose out in the crease. And some collisions. Murphy goes flying. And Tracadie maybe going back to going short-handed. We will see. It looks like it may be that way. The power play had just ended. And Wallet's waiting to go in the box. Still unsure of who's going in. Looks like Matt Jean will step into the box. So another power play up and coming for Tri-County. A bit of frustration being led in the box, and that will be the end of his night already. So it is Wallet that gets his night done early. Oh. Team must have a thing with doors. So we'll see if this is just a 2 or maybe a 4. So it is just a 2-minute man advantage for Tri-County. But Alexis Wallet will no longer be back this game. He plays 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Now we'll have a man go serve his penalty.
Player got tossed, so.
A little bit of a delay to drop the puck.
He did, I didn't. But yeah.
Here we go, finally off. A shot from the blue line, deflected, save, a rebound, another save from Cormier. Shot, this one just missing the net. Noble from the blue line, pad save made by Cormier. Out in the corner, River Cats still with possession. They move it up to the line. This one's just caught by Noble. His pass was deflected by Cool, but will end up going over to Murphy, stepping in with the shot. And that one had been blocked on the way by Fournier, and he'll take it, find it behind him, and send it down the length of the ice. Both teams race after it. Tri-County quickly moving outside the zone. Moving with it is Everett, walking in, making a nice little pass. Could have had a chance to shoot there. It looked like he had a good bit of room. Now Tracadie goes back the other way. It's flipped up, caught by Fournier. Going to be covered by goaltender Tommy Carter.
Lancaster has ever done his scout.
Oh my God, nice.
That's all, yes.
Very good. Give me that stuff.
Here again, right off the draw. Still about a minute left on the River Cat man advantage. It's sent out to the middle. Going to be brought in, but touched barely. That's going to be offside. Called on Tracadie. Tracadie quickly shot it on Carter. He will cover it. The canal was right there. Didn't want to take any risks. Tri-County now finally getting some possession. It's Kenny. Going to leave it off in the middle for Davenport. This gets loose. Pounding them for Tracadie was Savoie working his way in. There's a shot that ramps up and out of place. We'll have another whistle. We appreciate the current 60 tuned in for this late Saturday night. It's been a long day here in Riverview. Game starting at 10 a.m. Our last game just starting at 10. It's gone underway. And it's the River Cats and the Aigles de Tracadie in Group B. Starting in, Davenport working his way in. It's loose. Another shot. A little bit of a change up on Palmier. And is still able to make the save. Who's got it into the draw. One back. Here's a shot from Poland. That's saved and turned away into the corner. Benoit having pressure on Everett. Everett rims it around and tries to get it to his defenseman, Sweet. That one's not enough, so it's taken out here by Hébert. Penalty still not expired. It was a 4-minute for head contact. The Tracadie still short-handed as of right now. Tri-County still bringing it in. Godet waiting, trying to get a shot on. He walks in with a shot. It ramps up and in and out of the glove, or maybe over the net. Hard angle to tell. Everett out in the corner, waiting, looking, passing that out in front. There's a backhander that just misses the net. Pressure out in the corner. Stick of Boudreau successfully lifts it and just gets it out. It ramps over the twig of Sweet on defense and all the way down the ice. So a pretty good penalty kill, must say, from Tracadie. They have been used to it, though, during this tournament. They haven't been staying the most disciplined. That is costing them some goals so far. But so far, this penalty kill been strong. Matt Jean with the shot, covered by Carter. And that one to be whistled down. Less than a minute still left on the double minor. That's 53 seconds. And just over 8 minutes still to go in the first. Our score remains 0-0. Off the draw, it's taken out of the zone by Tri-County. Skating up with it is Davenport across the line. Davenport waits, it shoots, it's deflected just over the crossbar. Coming back the other way, it's Jean. Moving in on Sweet, cutting across to the left for Paulin. Jean in the shot, scores! And it's Jean, William Jean scoring shorthanded for Tracadie. And they go up 1-0. And what a move, William Jean, to move around both defense and just get enough of it to flip it. By goaltender Tommy Carter. There's still a couple seconds left, being shorthanded. But this is Tracadie's first lead of the tournament, and it comes into game 3. Underwood trying to move it to the middle. Sent to the line, Noble clearing it in, going to Underwood. Underwood waits, tries to go across, extending the stick is cool. There's a shot saved from Cormier. He was down on the ice. It looked like he had lost an edge, going to Davenport behind the net. Less than 10 seconds, Davenport leaving it for Underwood. Underwood waiting, trying to jam it in the side. And a bit of an early whistle. Did not look like the puck was covered. Here's a shot. It's deflected, but it's just wide. Another try. Spin around. Where is it? They score. That's in the net. Nobody had known where the puck had been. It had been in the net the entire time off a turnaround shot. A quick conversation after. It looks like it's Davenport again this single day. He has about 3 or 4 goals. It's Davenport that quickly turns around with the shot. No one was sure whether that had gone in. Look at Sam Cormier moving his pad to try to get out of the way. And notice the puck was in the net, so it is now 1-1. Fournier stepping up. Getting by Gaudette in a big collision on Gaudette, except it was his own teammate, Fournier. Now going into the corner. It's sent around the boards here. And now we'll find Vahi trying to send it to the middle for Gaudette. Back for Vahi, trying to step in. Left off. Passes across for Baker. Back to Gaudette. Waits and shoots, and it's deflected up and over the net off the stick of the defenseman. Vahi trying to send it to Fournier. Gets knocked down, and it's sent back to the other side. Not going to be an icing on Tracadie. Moving up and trying to get out of this defensive zone. Believe that's Banks. Getting sent down. Now moving back is Vahi, number 34 of the River Cats. Bunch of players being knocked down. Walking in, Banks hits the brakes, tries to move over to the middle and shift gears. Fournier kept in the zone. Vahi trying to go around the net. And a shot after the play. Unsure what has happened. I believe Tracadie's getting a call. And again, another Tracadie penalty. It'll be key for them to try to stay out of the box. They are now in a close game. Their one goal has been shorthanded, but still more likely scoring on the power play than shorthanded multiple times in this game. Flipped in, Dempsey. Moving away, Matt Jean. Ogden trying to get that outside the zone. Flip back in, it's Timms. Moving back in the face-off circle, going across, trying to get that one over to Kenny. Gets a weird bounce. Kenny walking up with it, has a snipe, and it's saved by Cormier. Logan Kenny had so much real estate, took a shot early, was trying to get a rebound, and it did not go his favor. Ogden put to the net. Here's Kenny, gonna move it up to the line. There's Dempsey with a shot. That one's high and over the net. It's a weird bounce off the stanchion and goes behind the net. It rattles along the back of the netting. They have to swat it to get it out. Everett backhand pass. And looking like in their attempt to whack the puck off the net, they dislodged the net. Not too much time left in the first. River Cats and Tracadie tied at 1 here with 4.5 to go. Brillo around the boards. Gonna go to the blue line. Paulin waiting, walking in, faking the shot, going down low. Pass back up. Boudreau battling up with Paulin as they exit the zone. Paulin waiting, goes in between his feet, then goes up against the boards. Was trying to get over to Gaudette, and now goes all the way back for Bourdage. Bourdage had trying to put it through and gets it over to Boudreau, stepping into the zone. His stick is quickly lifted by Davenport, as now the penalty call is about to come to an end. Can we now play even strength? Question is for how long? Brillo shooting and deflected off Boudreau. We have a stoppage at 3:51 of the first period, still tied 1-1. Those goals from William Jean of Tracadie and Liam Davenport, assisted by Ryan Murphy. That has been the goal for Tri-County so far. Underwood stepping in with a clap bomb, and that one not too much on it, and it missed the net. Murphy to the blue line. Poland tried to backhand it down. It's turned over. William Jean in again. Backchecking is sweet. William Jean in backhander, saved by Carter. Poland along the wall. He flips it off the glass. Sweet had tried to get that one up. Or for Underwood. Back for Poland. Poland cutting by Fournier and grabbing in some open ice. Now passes it off to Murphy. One-on-one. A good defensive play made by Benoit. Pass to the middle. Everett had tried to put it back door. He didn't know no one was there. May have had a shot himself. Matt Jean, pass out. William Jean stepping up. Sweet back checking again. Looking like what happened earlier. And it's Sweet with immense amounts of speed to back check and tie him up. And we have another Tracadie penalty. This time it's William Jean making an undisciplined play to Paulin. Or apologies, that's Matt Jean. We'll take a moment to honor the efforts of number 9 on Tri-County, Dalton Sweet, who had back-checked and stopped the breakaway not once, but twice in the same shift. And now Tri-County rewarded with a man advantage. Vahi had tried to get it. It goes up to the point for Noble. Shooting it back down. Brito behind the net. Loose on the side of the net. Trying to jam it in. The net's off. And again, another close call for Tracadie. Tons of close calls for Tri-County goals. Sam Cornley has been alert and sharp so far in this first period. Noble iced it down around. That one going over to Baker. Baker now being taken by Goodet. Up to the blue line for Banks. Back for Goodet. Has some open ice. Sees Noble. Noble waits. Fires. And that one's blocked out up front by Brito. It hops back behind Noble. He was behind him to pick it up, then rims it around for Tristan Baker. Up to the blue line. Waiting. There's a shot. Deflected. Blocked. Goodet with another try. And he misses the net. Vahi getting pressured from Ibal. Trying to move behind the net. Brito rimming it around. And this one's out of the reach of Banks. And they'll successfully ice it down. After about 4 shots on that penalty kill, Tracadie finally gets a breather and should take this opportunity to change some men. Here's Cool intercepting it, entering in onside on Noble. Cool working his way around. After being stripped of the puck, it's flipped out. Ibal going back for it and sending it into the Tri-County zone. Now getting a bit of a breather. Cool again, keeping it in the zone, going against Noble. Sharp angle shot, trying to get a good bounce, and Carter won't let it. Vahi skating up with speed. With the puck, getting around Benoit, getting around Boudreau, and now finds his way behind the net. Still with speed and momentum, less than 30 seconds left. It'll go to the Tri-County blue line. Vahi getting it back, stripped by Boudreau. Potential 2-on-1 with Licknell. Trying to pass that one over for Licknell. And that one tipped and gone behind the net. Licknell backhanded out in front, no one there. Going to the blue line, stepping in was Benoit. And now potential 3-on-1 coming back the other way for the River Cats. Vahi getting the puck, gonna have to cut in quickly. Trying to see Baker, takes a weird hop into the feet of Cool. Now hopped out in front. We'll take it again, another weird bounce. And it somehow stays out of the net. A pretty well played 3-on-1. But a great play from Benoit to break it up. And we have a penalty call coming up for interference. And this one looks like it's going to Evan Vahi. And here's the 2-on-1 attempt. Vahi had just tried to put it through the legs of number 77, Nathan Benoit. Oh. Quick safe face-off win by Tracadie. A shot. Fournier trying to get another one on net. Now in the corner, Fournier working his way around the net and tried to send that out for William Jean. Jean trying to go to the blue line. It's poked loose. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Davenport in with Murphy. Davenport across for Murphy. All alone. Saved. Or maybe not. It went right behind Cormier. Another try and another penalty coming up for Tracadie and maybe more. And here we go. William Jean not impressed. There's at least one penalty on Tracadie. Not sure about more. Can't say that's an odd sentence to say in this game. It's Luca Brido that's heading to the box. And I don't know if we caught the shot or the rough stuff or both. Here's the shot, and what a save. It just squeaks by Cormier. And then Brido goes after his man. There's the initial penalty. Coming up after the play, there's another shot given. So it's a 4-on-4. Right now for a minute and 37. That'll end off our first period. Now we'll see what happens with the penalties for the second. So a great shorthanded effort. Tri-County not only getting a good scoring chance, but getting the opposition to take a penalty and killing their own power play. Walking in was Jean, unable to get it. And that will end our first period. And it's going to be tied still 1-1 after one. We'll be back, quick little break, and then we'll be back period 2. Rivercats, Aigles on MST. And here we go, time for some period 2. After a quick little intermission between Tracadie and Tri-County, our last game here of the day. We'll be back tomorrow morning setting up at the K for semifinals of the Hockey New Brunswick U18C Provincials here on Maritime Stream Team. Cool. Sending that one over for Fournier. Taken away by Sweet. Going against the boards. Davenport trying to get it out of the zone. Kept in by Matt Jean. And a good play doing that. If Jean had not kept that in, that probably would have been a 2-on-1 or worse. Face-off won by Tracadie, cleared in by Jean. Kept in by Cool, then taken out by the Rivercats. Paulin in with Davenport. Paulin steps in with a shot, and it's saved in the rebound. Davenport still loose. They try again, and it's just left of the post. Tracadie now trying to clear, going up the wall. Taken by Paulin. Godet turning around, not panicking with the puck. Trying to move in. Godet works his way in, goes across, stepping in. The shot blocker save. Rebound. Godet just misses the net. What tremendous pressure from Tri-County as it's now taken away by Leclerc of Les Aigles. Now it's a power play for Tri-County for a little bit. And there's a hit after the whistle by Leclerc. And it looks like he's not going to get called for it. But there is a call being made against Davenport. So it looks like we'll have 4-on-4 again for 21. And then a small Tracadie power play again, as long as there's no penalties till then. But how the way this game is going, I wouldn't guarantee that at all. Sent back in by Tracadie. Banks picking it up, rushing with speed, moving his feet really quick. Here's Banks cutting into the zone, working in, and he's quickly poke checked by Bulldage. Bulldage skating back. He's quickly poke checked by Murphy. Murphy trying to step in. 1-on-3, not the advantage on numbers. He's trying to get around it out to the blue line. Banks. Shot. Now we have a Tracadie power play. Face off into Tracadie's zone. They are now short-handed, but still kept in. Banks with a shot. It's deflected out in front. Liam Murphy waiting right on the doorstep. Now it's finally cleared out. This one taken in by Boudreau. Didn't last very long. Good penalty killing from Everett. Cleared back in by Bulldage. It goes behind the net of Carter. Noble taking his time. Recognizes he's on the penalty kill. Forcing Ibal to go to him. His shootout blocked. Boudreau skating around on his backhand, unable to get a good shot off. That's taken away by Jean. William Jean stepping in. A Rivercat blew a tire. Jean with the shot is blocked and cleared down the length of the ice. And that one is by Liam Murphy. Cleared out, Boudreau. Cross ice pass. Jean stepping in with the shot. Robbed by the glove of Carter. Tracadie within their offensive zone. Fournier passing across. Jean with the shot. Saved by Carter. Rebound going to the corner. Back to William Jean. William Jean stepping to the middle. Faking a pass. Is still with it. Now sends it off to the blind. Winding up his Brito with a shot that goes over the net. Rebounds behind the net. They whack it off. Timms is behind the net. And so is Matt Jean. Taken away and flipped high and outside the zone. Less than 10 seconds. Here we go on Tracadie's penalty. Brito will flip it towards the boards. Walking in, Jean hits the brakes and pass in the middle. Matt Jean walking in, firing, taken away by Timms. Now going to the Rivercats. Penalty now expires, so it's 5-on-5. Getting close to 4 minutes down this period. Still no goals, but still a bunch of intensity so far. Fournier in the corner. Being pressured up by Timms. Going around the net now is Dempsey picking it up. Trying to throw it to the line. This one to be held in by Cool. Fournier trying to pass it down. Bunch of whacks at it. Still around the ringette line of the Tri-County zone. Now finally taken out and cleared in by Fournier. Everett moving it along the wall. Now for Brito. Back with Tracadie. Sent over to Fournier. Along the right side. Trying to cut to the middle. Poked off. Davenport had it ramp off his stick. Tried to turn around quickly with it. Davenport. Sent across. Dempsey. Back to Everett. Collides with a guy. Davenport trying to split the D. Now back. Murphy. Another try. Backhander. Everett just wide of the net. Davenport behind that trying to turn around. Everett was trying to walk in with a shot. Now it's taken away by Tracadie and they go back the other way. Leclerc speeding up the right side. In watching closely on him is Timms. Successfully wins the battle. Turns it and fires it along the wall. Moving back in the zone. Underwood. Leaving it off for Everett, who's in the slot and fanned on his shot. Now had gone to the Rivercats bench, almost a too many men call. To the middle, it's Leclerc. Out in the middle, Leclerc stepping in with the shot. That's an easy blocker save made by Carter. Sweet, putting it along for Underwood. He continues down in the corner where it's rimmed along the wall. Still in the North River zone. The defense go to work. Paulin stepping his way behind the net, was being chased by Leclerc before stopping and pivoting back and going the other way. Benoit, he's going to stop it in the zone. Not for very long as it's taken out by Ogden and flipped into the zone where it's met by Buldage. He sends it across the wall near the Tigers' booth. Stepping in is Leclerc. Moving in on Everett. Trying to move by Ogden. And we have a little bit of a tussle near the Tracadie bench. Now working back. Buldage with the shot that misses and blocked. Another good save by Carter there, rimming it along the glass. Benoit keeping it in. Trying to force it out. Here's Ogden. He successfully does and tries to get out of the zone. 2 River Cats on the ground. Meanwhile, Tracadie goes back the other way. Leclerc steps in, had a bunch of sticks on him and couldn't shoot. Ogden trying to work his way into the zone. 2 players collide. And now a big hit attempt from Leclerc. Ends up hitting his own teammate, however. Now put back. Ibal tried to get a shot off and turn. River Cats speed back the other way. Walking in, there's a pass in the middle from Baker. Trying to move in and get a backhander off. Was, I believe, that's Godet. Who's now battling out in the corner. Puck flipped high, kept in by the River Cats. Walking in a slap shot, saved by Comier. He finds it in his equipment. And here's the pass from Ogden. There's a slap shot that doesn't have too much force behind it, but always could confuse these goalies, expecting a howitzer coming their way. Cool. Rimmed around for William Jean. Jean waits, then throws it across, and now goes sprawling down in the River Cat zone. Going to be covered by Carter. And that will halt play here at 8:19 rather, of the second period. Tri-County off the draw. Sent to their own blue line where it's Davenport that picks it up and sends it in the middle. Working in, cutting with speed. Godet was quickly poked off by Cool. William Jean had tried working his way back the other way. It's Noble chucking it across to the left side where Banks had tried to pick it up. Dangled a couple men. Walking in, Godet with the shot. Now it's behind the net. Godet now in the corner. Pass up to Davenport. He stick lifted by Matt Jean. Now the Tracadie goes back the other way. Fournier collided up against the boards with Godet. Banks pass up, deflected off of Davenport. Now he gets it back off of Kenny. Back door, trying to back that off for Kenny. Godet, blue line, one-timer from Banks. Misses, backing over to the front. And Brito reads that perfectly and anticipates the weird bounce off the boards here in Riverview. Noble throwing it across on his own blue line. Matt Jean stepping in. One couple moves and a save from Carter. Another try. Banked off the side. Then a big collision behind the net. That's going to draw a call. And that's Noble body checking Matt Jean. So Tracadie will be off to another 2-minute power play. And this is going to be Mason Noble. He's going to get 2 for a body check at 7:14 here of the second period. Face off to the left of Carter. One trying to get a shot on net. There was Leclerc, and it'll be cleared off the glass. Now back with it is Buldage in the zone of Tracadie. Making a pass across for Leclerc, who makes progression through the neutral zone. He's quickly upended and skating back with it. Buldage trying to curl around Murphy. Having some trouble with him now. Murphy steals, moves to the middle. Murphy a pass, trying to get that one to Everett. Clears it back to his own end. However, beneficial and just killing more time. There's Dempsey. Will chuck it along the length of the ice. Cormier out. In is Murphy trying to cut to the side of the net. Lifts the stick. And there he is bumping with Leclerc after the play. Looking like a couple words are said. After the draw, won by the River Cats. The shot just missed. Rimmed along the boards. This one looks like it's going to stay in. It's kept in by Timms. Now back in the corner. Bull Dodge. His pass trying to get that one out. Just misses Timms and goes over to Boudreau. Boudreau tried to step in. His stick was lifted by Everett. He now goes back the other way. Everett waits and shoots. That's a good save by Cormier. Rimmed around the boards. This will be caught by William Jean, trying to get out of his zone. It's flipped high. Picking up at his own blue line is Fournier. Stepping through, quickly moves into the offensive zone. His shot is caught by the glove of Carter in the Tri-County net. And while we show this replay, we appreciate currently 90 watching along on our YouTube channel on this Saturday night of day 2 of the Hockey New Brunswick Provincials. This day deciding who moves on and who gets a trip back home early. And here's Tracadie moving in. William Jean stepping into the zone, dropping off, trying to get that for Matt Jean. And it was Davenport trying to get the puck. And they both had tied each other up and fallen down. 20 seconds still left to go on the call. Shot up deflected by Brito. Now taking it over for Cool. Cool behind the cage of Cormier, less than 10 seconds to go. Zachary Cool over for Matt Jean. In there's Ponet trying to deflect it away. Penalty about to expire. Here we go. It's William Jean right out in front. Luckily the puck is swept away by Sweet. Cool banked off the boards. Jean looking out in front, making a nice move to get by Sweet. A nice dangle moving to the middle, and he's tripped up, and that's going to be another penalty drawn. Puck goes high and hits the ceiling. And now will be a power play. Still this time in favor of Tracadie. A good play. William Jean dangling through a couple men, and not only doing that, drawing a penalty in the process. There's still no player in the box for Tri-County. Don't know where's the guy. Sweet is waiting outside. Still talking with the official. Yeah, he finally goes into the box. Tracadie also only has 4 men on. There's Cool talking with the official. There's the 5th. There's a loose puck off the draw. Quickly taken away by Banks and iced down. So we get a good start to this penalty kill of Tri-County. It's sent along in the corner. That one picked up against the wall by Jean, passed over to the middle. Back for Tri-County, Banks. Back skating, waiting, and just as Bass got anywhere close, he sends it back over the corner. Bull Dodge waiting, backing up, facing our camera, flips in high and out of the zone. This one skips over Bass, back for Banks, and he will most likely do the same thing here and ice it all the way down the ice. This time it's caught in the middle by Cool. Passing over to Leclerc, trying to move to the middle. Cool with a wind-up, saved by Carter. Rebound goes high, and it's sent over to the corner and kept into the zone off the clear by Bull Dodge. Sent across, Cool waiting, shooting, deflected off the leg of Banks. That's going to count as a blocked shot, but almost a redirected shot into the net. A poor clearing attempt will just barely get out. Bull Dodge not expecting the change up there. Cool. Try to send that to Leclerc. Banks moving behind his net, stomps, gets rid of Leclerc, now clears it across. Cool. Tries a shot on. Now it's back. Banks. Back up for Cool, trying to step in, battling with Ogden. Ogden's going to be victorious and getting that outside the zone. Bash trying to go back in, delayed offside. Everett going to leave that off for Banks. No Tracadie players forechecking. Thanks. Now has all the ability to just hit the brakes and clear it down into the corner. Buldage stepping up for Tracadie after getting the puck. Looking for options. Sees Boudreau stepping in with the shot patted away by Carter. Now a loose puck. Attempted clear off the back of a Rivercat. Stepping in another shot from Cool. That one's blocked. Now taken back by Underwood. Going the other way as the penalty expires on Sweet. And it's now again a 5-on-5. Underwood losing the puck to Leclerc. Leclerc stepping in, unable to shoot it. Now taken back. Boudreau, the shot. It's a delayed penalty call. Unsure on who. There look to be multiple players down on the ice. Is this another penalty on Tri-County, or is Tracadie going back short-handed? Leclerc's looking to go to the box, so Tracadie looks to be going short-handed again. Happened a bit behind the play. And there's the collision. Leclerc sending a man to the ground, so he'll most likely get interference for that. Just under 3 minutes now. Tri-County back to the power play for 2 minutes. A very close game. Tied 1-1. Sam Cormier and Tommy Carter both in sharp for their respective sides. Here's Boudreau stepping in almost on a breakaway, but a good defensive play. Breaking that one up. There is Timms. Passed up. Walked it in. Trying to make a move. Turning around. Underwood trying to get it to the other side. That one's blocked by William Jean, and he'll make no mistake throwing it right to the stick of Tommy Carter in the net. Tri-County bringing that out of the zone. Underwood at the blue line. Now Gaudette leaving that off for Underwood. Trying to move through center. Had his stick lifted by Boudreau, so he now has to go towards the ball, curl back towards the zone, and traverse the neutral zone. Passing over to Gaudette. He taps it and deflects it into the offensive zone. It goes back again. Underwood trying to move it. Had it shot towards him. Now we'll go to the line. Timms getting angled out, and it's touched up by Tracadie, and we may have another penalty call here. Looks like it's Boudreau going to the box for Tracadie. So a 5-on-3 coming up. And now another Tracadie penalty. So it's now a 5-on-3. Everett at the line. Still 40 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Bring it up. Sweet shot deflected. Another save by Cormier. Paulin moving it down past William Jean. Davenport now up for Cool. Trying to get that out of the zone. Blocked in. Paulin working his way to the net. There's Cool diving to break it up. Taken away. Davenport again. Going to try a shot. It's blocked. It's loose between a couple feet. Another chance. And knocked off the pad of Cormier. Sweet going across off the skate. Winding up. There's a shot from Davenport. The rebound. They score! It's Ryan Murphy that's going to find the loose puck. And he's going to get his team up in this game. It's now going to be 2-1 in favor of Tri-County. And they just have less than a minute so far in this game. Tri-County trying to move it outside their zone. Still have a little bit on their power play. Davenport stepping in, shoots, scores! It's Liam Davenport that finds the back of the net again on the man advantage as well. And Tri-County now gets 2 goals in the last minute of the second period, leaving Liam Davenport. He already has a goal so far this game. That's his second, and has had at least 2 or 3 this morning. He has been lighting the lamp so far for his squad this tournament, especially on this day 2 Saturday. Back for Tri-County. Moving in. Murphy trying to get a shot off. He's upended by Jean. Shoved along the boards by Banks. Davenport in, not much time. Davenport backhander out in front, trying to get a shot off there was Everett. Now with Tracadie in their own zone, flipping it out. And there's the buzzer. To end off our period 2. And here we are off with period 3 between the River Cats and the Eagles, starting out 5-on-5. We'll see how long that lasts. Started with a couple shots on net for each team. Tracadie with the most recent one on Carter. Jean getting bumped around a little bit. Davenport trying to make a pass. Fournier with the dive to block it. Moving up Underwood. Underwood on Matt Jean, sending it across. Davenport waits, tries to center that out, and just one too many passes. That one's broken up by Brito. William Jean to the middle, trying to get that one to Fournier. Paulin on the boards. Taking out, working in his Davenport, trying to get around a man, being cool. Banked up against the boards. Tracadie brings it into the zone. It's Benoit. Rammed around the boards. It's Sweet. Saucer pass. This one's knocked down by Vahi. Hand-eye coordination, stepping in, waiting with the pass. Trying to go back. Vahi going across. Up top he goes. The shot. Save the rebound off what looked to have been the post. Could have perhaps been a player. McNall stepping back up. Puck gets through the men. Now it's thrown back out in front. Shot attempt. It's just wide of the net by Basque. Some great chances here starting off from Tracadie. Tri-County out in the corner, battling with LeClaire. Now moving up, it's Godet. Passing over to Ogden, leaving that for Godet. Delayed offside, taken away by Buldage. Tried to center that out to the middle for Boudreau. Going back the other way is Godet. Trying to climb up against the wall. It's going back for Tracadie. It's Noble. Putting that along the wall as the River Cats come back in. Walking in. Here's a shot from Vahi that just misses the net. Vahi going to try that again. Put that out to the blue line for Banks. And we have a man that falls, and goaltender equipment issues will make play come to a halt. And we'll be back on MST, third period. River Cats, Aigles. Back down in his defensive zone is Cool. Zachary Cool. Waiting behind his net, making a pass up to Fournier. Fournier splitting the D, might be alone. Fournier trying to move it over his backhand, and a save made by Carter. Collision out in middle ice. There's William Jean getting the puck stripped off of him. Trying to get that one over for Fournier. Cool in his feet. Taken away by Davenport, and he speeds up the right side. Potential 2-on-1 has Everest with him. Davenport with a shot off the mask of Sam Cormier. Now back, Timms. Sent across for Everett. Benoit trying to clear it out of the zone. Now it's going up into the corner. Curling back, Everett pins his man up against the boards. Ibel in there as well. So is William Jean. The blue line clapped back in by Podang. Going around the net. It's going to be there for Cool in the near corner. Cool in the board, still doing some spinoramas to evade, getting the puck stripped off him, and it's shot deflected off a stick of a River Cat, and we'll go down the ice. Here's Sweet. Sweet moving around the net, takes a hard one, ramming up against the boards. This one not touched by Fournier, bringing it up, getting a little bit of speed. Murphy to the middle, Godet back to Murphy, trying to get a shot off, and it's just to the left post. Again, ever so close to a River Cats goal, and Tracadie is going to ice it at 10:41 here, the third. There's Barnaby. In for Tracadie, now stepping up Underwood to the slot, scores! It's Avery Underwood now for the River Cats, making it 4-1, giving them a bit of insurance as we get down to the third period. Walked in the slot, had tons of room, walked right down Broadway, then took a snipe to the top left corner, and we are now at 4-1. Cool. Jean stepping in along the blue line. His shot is deflected up into the netting, and another whistle. And shot in a quick shot on the side of the net. Carter still not in position. And now they're quickly able to find the puck out in the corner. Underwood trying to stretch that one up over for Godet. Causing some issues is Matt Jean. At the blue line, it's Cool. Trying to hold the line. It's just sent in. Paulin battling up with William Jean. Paulin trying to step out of the zone. Looked to him barely knocked over. Now it's a 3-on-1 led by Godet. Drop pass, Underwood back for Godet, and barely tipped by defenseman Benoit. Stopping a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1 rather. Another River Cat had been way far on the left. A weak little pass ends up getting to center. Underwood shot in, now it comes to rest behind the net. River Cats now get a chance to make some changes. It's loose behind the nets, and they're going to whistle it down. There's a quick shot, and again, turned away by goaltender Cormier. Quickly rimmed along the boards. River Cats still with it, trying to push that out in front, and we got a penalty coming up. And it looks like this may be against Tracadie. Carter's now going to go to the bench. Tri-County with the empty net on the delayed penalty. Working up Leclerc, lays a big hit, and he may get called for that as well. In comes Godet trying to protect his teammate. So Leclerc's going to go to the box. They had the initial penalty, and Leclerc laid a hit afterwards. Here's the original penalty, just a harmless trip. And there goes Leclerc to the dressing room. Gives a little kiss to the fans. And off he'll go. And 2 minutes up on the board. A quick little man advantage here for Tri-County. Blue line, Banks with a shot. That one never gone through. Bulldogs trying to go along the boards. Behind the net, still with it. And we Quickly off the face-off draw. Aigles went sliding down. Noble sent across. There's a shot from Banks. He scores! And there we go, a shot from the blue line that finally gets through. Tons of traffic out in front. That one gets by Cormier. But now a 5-1 lead on Tri-County. And there says to be 2 minutes still left on a Tri-County penalty on the scoreboard. And Tracadie will remain shorthanded. Must have been a 4-minute call on Leclerc. Now bring it up with Jean. He's stripped of the puck. Now goes over to Banks. That was Baker rather trying to get a stick on it. Sent across the boards by Dempsey. Here's Jean. And there's a big... He had gone for the puck and he had slipped. Big crash along the boards this time, just losing an edge. Rivercats coming in, trying to get a backhander off. And that one didn't miss the mark by too much. Vahi pass across. This one barely going to be kept in the zone. Timms working in with a shot. Saved by Cormier. The rebound is sent high and above the net. Blue line, Dempsey waits, shoots through traffic. Saved. And a penalty coming up, however. And this looks to be going against Tracadie. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 for a little bit. That's going to be Yuka Fournier heading to the box where it looks like a cross check. Two-man advantage here for Tri-County. Quickly off the draw. Wallet trying to go towards the point. Blue line with it. Across, waiting, shooting, deflected, they score. And successful here on the 5-on-3. Tri-County now goes up 6-1 here in the third period. It's guess who? Liam Davenport was waiting on the back door. With a beautiful pass. Looked like that was from Timms. Now still man advantage here for Tri-County. Stepping into the zone, walking in, there's a shot from Ogden. The save made by Cormier. Working around, it's cleared down past Paulin. Now in a 6-1 game in favor of Tri-County. Stepping up is Davenport. Davenport working his way in. He's poke checked and pickpocketed of the puck. Aigles. Stepping up, shooting it past Sweet. Paulin. Behind the cage. Working for it, a pass up. That was deflected on the way by Basque. Davenport. Stepping up past Basque. Pass to Ogden. The shot turned away. And that one will end up in the corner. Paulin nearing the ringette line, trying to move his way in on Boldage. They rough each other up, heading up into the corner, and then a pass. Here's a shot. They score. And there's 2 goals on the 5-on-3. Now making it 7-1, it's Logan Kenny with the snipe, seeking the top shelf. Going down low, it's Sweet. Moving his way around, skating back is Cool. Moving back into the zone. Gaudet trying to move his way by. He has Everett there with him. Now less than 6 minutes to go. William Jean stepping into the zone. He got the first goal for Tracadie. It's been all North River since. Lambert trying to get a shot on and just couldn't quite get the stick ready and in the position. Cool. Shooting it down. Banks in the corner, sending it past Jean. This one will go majority of the way down the ice, but will not have enough for icing. Moving for it is Cool. Cool stepping in with it, now getting pinned up against the boards. Still loose in the Tracadie zone. It's William Jean stepping around with it. Now trying to tie up Everett as he kicks it to the line. Banks waits and shoots. Save made by Comier. Just over 5 to go. Here's Boudreau throwing it up against the wall. We're getting out of the zone here is Ibel trying to move his way to the middle. Was stripped of the puck. Now it's Banks turning back and rolling the other way. Trying to move that up against the boards for Everett. Back for Bulldodge. Moving it, Boudreau in the middle. Boudreau moving through center. Trying to center that one. Get it over to Bass. It's sent off the boards. Now Tri-County heading back the other way. It's Captain Gaudet stepping on the blue line. His shot turned away by the stick of Comier going high in the air. This one's somehow going to stay in play. It's a 7-1 game here in the last 5 minutes of the third period. Trying to move up is Kenny. That's not Kenny, rather, that's Kennedy. Boudreau sending across back to his own end for Bulldodge. Bulldodge waits, shoots it. This one not going to go for icing. Banks waiting, then sending it across Davenport. Working its way in. Davenport drops it off, trying to get that one over for Murphy. Hitting it out of midair. Jean stepping up. He has Boudreau with him. William Jean, but speed, fires, save made by Carter. Timms moving back toward his own end. Wired around the wall. This one's barely going to stay in thanks to Bulldodge. Murphy trying to poke it out. It does get swatted out by Murphy. Jean was battling up with Davenport. Now taken back by Boudreau. That one taken, intercepted by Murphy. He'll slam it up against the wall as it goes into the Tracadie end. Brideau going and coming to rest behind his cage. Shooting up against the wall. And again, another blown tire. And the puck's loose. So still just over 3 minutes. Matt Jean cleared into the zone. Timms at the ring line. Cleared back in by Lambert. Davenport. Put around, trying. Here's Dempsey. Pinning his man against the boards. It's still loose. Now taken back by Dempsey. Turning around, trying to get by Fournier. Dempsey up against the wall. Trying to flip that one over for Cool. Back come the River Cats. Here's Davenport in. It's poked away by Benoit, but just barely. There's goaltender. Tri-County off the draw, taken by Lambert, trying to shoot it out of the zone. Another attempt that's just kept in by Captain Gaudet. Lambert with another attempt, kept back in by North River. Waiting, shooting was Vahi. And that taking a weird bouncing on the opposite side. Lambert And again with another attempt, just barely unsuccessful. Hounded by 2 River Cats in an instant. Godet waits, tries to go back down deeper into his zone. This one around the boards and a big hit by the ref, Vahi, moving his way down into the zone. Passing that out in front, the shot, they score! And some madness after. Here's Benoit going at it. Sticks flying up high. And still, Tri-County's got to celebrate the goal. There's Wallet going to leave the ice, trying to make his way through the door. Oh yeah, here's the replay of the goal. A good shot. Vanya made a nice pass. The shot. Now making it 8-1. Tri-County. With 2:08 left. Another break. We'll have to sort out these penalty calls. So far, 3 Tracadie-Sheila have hit the room. That has been Wallet, Leclerc, and Benoit. And we'll be back after a quick bit to sort out these penalty calls and be back for the rest of period 3. 8-1 River Cats on Maritime Street team. And here we go, going to try to resume play. We're going to stay 5-on-5 after that little bit of an altercation. And not done up properly on the draw. Or it looks like we're going to have 2 roughing calls real quick. And it looks like we're headed to straight time as 2 players are headed to the box. We have a difference of 7 here late in the 3rd period. Off the draw, one by Tracadie and sent along the boards by Brido. Davenport over to Sweep. He'll send it cross ice for Paulin. Going down, sending it to the middle. Big hit on Ibel by Brido. 2 white jerseys colliding. Now moving back, Davenport. We have a penalty upcoming. Davenport stepping in, shooting, scores! And it's Bulldogs going after Vahi after the goal. And Davenport has just gone his hat trick. And there leaves Bulldogs. So a 4th player to leave the ice a bit early for Tracadie. And that ends our game. We're going to end it with about 45 seconds left. Thank you for being a part and watching Maritime Stream Team ending off day 2. Tri-County takes 1st seed. And we'll figure out the semis for tomorrow morning. Watch live at 9:30. It'll be at the K. Games at 9:30, 11:30, and the finals at 4:15. And we hope to see you there tomorrow morning and afternoon for the semis and finals on Maritime Stream Team of the 2025 Hockey New Brunswick U18 CE Provincials.
Tri-City MVP, number 13, William G. Now, Tri-County, contain yourself. MVP number 86, Ryan Murphy. Good game, see you tomorrow, guys.
Stay tuned, everybody. I'll be updating the Facebook page. Congrats to Tracadie on a great tournament. Tri-County, you are moving on. I'll let everybody know. Have a great night.